Hey! Happy New Year! Ate Abby, nilabay na taon ang Valentine's Day, oy. Anyway, for my first podcast this 2025, I'm gonna talk about why you, yes you, should not, please don't, do not give up on you. Since it's New Year, maraming nagsasabing, New Year, New Me. 'Di ba? May mga nagpapabago ng hairstyle kasi New Year, New Hair. New Year's resolution. And kung ano-ano pang mga new. It is the time na usually ini-evaluate natin yung sarili natin. How have we been on the past year? Did we grow and mature as a person? Have we learned enough lessons that we would face this year with less fear? Bolder and stronger, as they say. Or maybe, yes, you've learned the lesson, but what will you do with it now? Because it doesn't end there, di ba? Kasi pwede namang alam mo, naiintindihan mo, but you do nothing about it. Hindi naman natin ina-apply sa buhay o sa sarili natin. Di ba, Abigail Faye? Ay, wait. Di knowing lang siya. Hindi pala learning, no? Mali-mali yata, Abigail. So now, let's differentiate first learning from knowing. Ay, charot lang. But seriously, for me kasi, they could be similar, but they are two different things. Okay? So, parang I came to think kasi na new is not always better, just as more is not always good. Because it's in the quality that really matters. You know, quality over quantity. Though new means fresh, of course, new beginning, fresh start. But is that something new, good for you? Or maybe you're just going along with it because it's trending. Ginagawa mo, sinasabi mo, sumasabay ka lang kasi uso. Especially in this day and age with social media. There's a lot of content creators. And syempre, on our part as viewers, we also have to be mindful sa mga contents that we consume online, whom we follow or subscribe, what we expose ourselves with. Depende naman talaga sa atin yan ha. Kanya-kanya tayo ng choice, kanya-kanya tayo ng reason kung bakit natin sila sinusuportahan at sinusubaybayan. But of course, social media personalities were called influencers for a reason. Because they would probably influence us in a way. So kung palagi natin silang pinapanood, we may adapt something from them. What they do, what they believe in, whatsoever. Or if we watch for entertainment, or maybe we're just curious about something. If you just want to feed your curiosity, it's okay. That's really up to you. But of course, let us be responsible social media users. It is something to ponder also. Not just what we share online, but also with what we get from the internet. And who or what we allow to influence us. Do they add value to our lives? Are we learning from them? Do they inspire or motivate us? Kasi 'di ba, we scroll through social media for so many different reasons. Especially nowadays, grabe, iba-iba na talaga ngayon. Like nagkadugay, nagka-creative na ang all. Which is okay kasi marami na tayong choice na mga pwedeng panoorin. Pero as we also know, there could be things from the internet that's not so good. That can be toxic for our mental health. Sometimes we tend to believe in something just because that's what most people do. So somehow, it could be easy to lose yourself along the lines kasi marami ka ng opinions na nakikita or naririnig online. The internet, the social media, it is a helpful tool. So long as we use it moderately, we scroll, we click responsibly, and you don't allow it to change you and your character in a negative way. You don't have to change your fashion style just because you saw in social media that's what everyone your age wears. It's okay to explore and try something new, but if it doesn't make you feel good about yourself, you don't have to force it just for the sake of being in on it, with what's new, with what's trendy. Stay as you are. Stay old-fashioned if that resembles your personality. Wear whatever you think suits you better. Pero syempre, at some point we want to change ourselves. Gusto din nating mag-improve. Hindi masama na gusto din nating mag-evolve as an individual. It is actually necessary for us to be able to thrive. At minsan kahit hindi natin sadyain, life happens and so responsibilities change you. Some circumstances built you to be that way. Maybe the way you think, the way you decide, everything about you. Yung sinasabi nila na binago ka ng buhay. And that's a must because we encounter some hurdles and personal struggles that lead us to becoming someone that we have to be in order to survive certain situations in life. We all fought different battles, but whatever life made you become, I hope it is something desirable that you can be proud of. Sometimes we come across challenging situations that may test our character. Certain times that you have to think or act quickly. Minsan mapupunta ka sa sitwasyon that's completely different for you. Iba sa nakasanayan mo, malayo sa kinagisnan mo. And you're being shaken na at some point mapapaisip ka na, ay teka, parang hindi na ako to. I don't want this for myself. Marirealize mo that you're becoming a different person. Think it through. Are you becoming a better version of yourself? O baka naman nadadala ka lang sa sitwasyon na you're being influenced by the people around you? If you know na hindi matutuwa ang younger self mo, if alam niya na magiging ganyan siya in the future, from that moment, if ever, you have to, kumbaga daw iplastar mo, anay. Ilulugar mo muna yung sarili mo sa sitwasyon na kinaharap mo as of that time. Because now you are more self-aware. You are more present with wherever you are in life. Be present in the moment. That's really important. And now, let me share something about myself, which I always do naman in every episode. I am a kind of grown-up person who used to be a crybaby. Yes, iyakin po ako. Siyempre, di na kay karon, pero naagod gyapon. Crying was my therapy. Since I don't share a lot about my problems, I tend to keep them to myself. Dati, hindi ako komportable na magkwento. Hindi ako nagsishare masyado kasi I had the feeling na parang nakakahiya. Kasi parang ang babaw ng mga pinoproblema ko porket hindi family problem or kahirapan. Kaya feeling ko hindi valid yung nararamdaman ko. But not that we don't struggle financially. No. We have a lot of those also. Mahirap lang din naman kami. Kinakaya lang talaga ng parents ko and hindi naman din perfecto pamilya namin. So, more like personal struggles, mga inner battles, mga emotional baggage, ganyan. Ang nasa isip ko kasi dati na petty things lang siguro to. Parang feeling ko irrelevant yung problema ko. Irrelevant na problema. Talaga ba? Yun bang natakot siguro ako na baka pagtawanan lang ako or hindi nila ako magets, 'di ba? Kaya ginets ko na lang yung sarili ko. Basta kasi dati, hindi talaga ako nag-open up masyado. Nasanay ako to just keep it to myself, kaya ayun, iniiyak ko na lang on my own. Pero nung bata talaga ako, parang konting kibot ay wala na, tumulo na ang luha. Mapagsabihan lang ng konti, parang hindi pa nga yung pinapagalitan talaga ha. Hindi pa yung nasisigawan or something. Basta alam ko na may kasalanan ako, feeling ko grabe na yung nagawa ko, na parang lahat ng tao magagalit sa akin, na hindi na ba ako kapatapatawad talaga. Patawad. Basta forgivable ba? Yeah. Pero kapag iniisip ko yun ngayon, kung bakit naging ganun ako nung bata, tingin ko kasi, ang aga ko yata na-grasp the idea na kapag may nagawa akong mali, may masasaktan ako, may magagalit, or may mahihirapan dahil sa kasalanan ko. Or should I say, bata pa lang kasi ako, overthinker na po ako. Parang hindi ko yata naranasan maging carefree na bata ba. Palagi na talaga ako nag-overthink doon pa lang. Like dati ha, kapag may nagbigay sa akin ng candy, yun bang inabot lang yung walang sinabi? Hindi ko yan kakainin agad hanggat nandyan pa yung nagbigay. Saka ko lang i-open kapag umalis na or nagkaiwalay na kami. Kasi iniisip ko na baka pinahawak lang sa akin. Paano kung kinain ko na tapos kukunin pala? Di wala na. Ayabot sa mga bigil. Ako yung type ng bata na kapag sinabing hindi, hindi din talaga yan. Pag sinabing dito ka lang, hindi din talaga ako aalis dyan. Itong tumanda na lang naman ako medyo pasaway minsan. Dati, once may mali akong nagawa at nakita ko yung epekto nun, lalo na kapag nagka-problem, naku talagang the thought of it haunts me. Kaya lalo ako natatakot kasi ayokong magka-problema yung iba dahil sa akin. Takot akong mag-cause ng stress sa ibang tao. Tapos kapag ganyan, pinapagalitan ko na yung sarili ko. Wala pa man din umaway o na ako yung sinisi sa nangyari, ako na din yun. Ginawa ko na sa sarili ko. Kaya lalo akong umiiyak. To the point na kahit ako, naiinis na rin, hindi ko maintindihan Tapos ang tagal ko pa makamove on. Yun bang mali ko last year? Iniiyakan ko pa rin kahit ang tagal na. Noon yun ha, noon. Pero syempre, naintindihan ko na rin naman kalaunan. Dahil na rin siguro kasi kahit kinaiinisan ko yun about myself, I was okay with it na rin when I realized na it actually became my coping mechanism as an introverted person. Many people think that crying is a weakness. Na malakas ka kapag hindi ka umiiyak. I dare I tell you. Okay lang yan. Okay pa rin tayo, no? Okay lang na mababaw ang luha natin. Okay lang din kung ganun ang tingin nila sa atin. Bakit? Kasi umiyak tayo pero hindi naman tayo sumuko. You cried because you were scared. You cried because you're tired. But you showed up. Hindi mo tinalikuran, hindi mo sinukuan. And for me, that's what's important. Natakot ka, but you did not allow that fear and doubt to win over you. You did not allow it to stop you. Because coming from the perspective of someone who cries a lot, but still thinks that she hasn't cried enough. And yes, she is me. Crying can be comforting. Crying is said to be cleansing for the soul. Growing up, crying was my outlet of emotions. I cry when I'm hurt, I cry when I'm afraid, I cry when I'm angry. I cry to let my frustrations out. I cry for many reasons, and sometimes, even when I'm extremely happy, yung sinasabing tears of joy, hindi yon. Naalala ko one time, sobrang saya ko. Humagulgol pa rin ako, but of course, out of gratitude na. You know, those moments na akala mo hindi mo kaya, pero kinaya mo, na nagawa mo. Nakakaiyak kaya yun. Pero alam mo, yung nanay ko, may pinagdududahan siya kung bakit naging iyakin yung anak niya. Kasi daw, nung pinagbubuntis niya ako, lagi daw siyang umiiyak. Ewan ko, pero 'di ba? Kasi during pregnancy, connected yung mother and the baby inside her womb. Kaya maybe it was a factor. Pero hindi ko naman sinisisi sa kanya yun. Ganito lang talaga ako for some reasons. And it's okay. I'm okay with it now. But honestly, sometimes, I know, actually many times, napapagod na din naman akong umiyak. Hindi ko na rin naiintindihan bakit kailangan ko talagang iiyak every time. Tapos minsan pag pinipigilan ko, like I won't think about it para hindi ko naiyakan, 'di ba? Wag ko na lang isipin. But then later kapag may iniyakan akong ibang bagay naman, that one na iniwasan ko, which is another matter. It will like, hey, akala mo nakaskip ka, Abigail? No. Kasi naman, dahil introspective nga akong tao, I would have those moments ba na parang I reflect about a certain situation or interaction na parang mali yata yung ginawa ko or nasabi or yung pagkakasabi ko or sana iba pala dapat yung reaction ko na iniisip ko what could I have done better. So nagko-connect, kaya naalala ko yung kapalpakan ko dati sa nararamdaman ko at the time. Kasi naman, Abigail, bakit pa kasi nagre-reflect? Parang na-nurture tuloy yung pagkaiyakin ko, no? Ayun, yes po, opo. Inaaway ko sarili ko noon. And mali yun ha. Learn from me. Befriend yourself. Kasi at the end of the day, it is night. Charot. At the end of the day, ikaw lang naman makakaintindi sa sarili mo. Pero minsan naman, we also have to let go of something within or about us when it no longer serve you. Kung feeling mo walang katuturan talaga yung pag-embody ng ganyang ugali or katangian, yes, do it. Let go of it. Baka it will make way pa, diba, for you to discover your best true self. So ano na, Ate Abby, ano pong connect nito sa Don't Give Up on You? Okay, ito na nga. I hated myself for being a certified iyakin person myself. Ayoko syempre, mahina tingin nila sa akin kasi ganito ko. Pwede naman kasing wag nang umiyak. Kagaya ng iba, go lang ng go. Ang tatapang, parang ang saya ng ganun, di ba? Baka mas madali o mas masaya ang buhay kung wag ko na lang masyado isipin or dibdibin ng mga bagay-bagay sa buhay. To just go on and care less with whatever situation I get into. Pero ano pa bang magagawa ko? Hindi ko din naman to ginusto. Actually, I tried. Parang I tried pala dati, but it didn't work, kaya din siguro hinayaan ko na lang. Maybe it's not for me, kasi that's just not me. Because looking back, hindi ko rin naman pala ikinasama. Kaya okay na rin kahit ganito na talaga ako. Pero natutunan ko na minsan, 'di ba? Iniisip natin na strength 'yon when we're able to control what we feel. Yun bang kaya mong pigilan, especially things like anger, hatred, frustrations, mga strong emotions. Even sadness, yun bang akala mo, okay yun kapag kaya mong magpanggap? No. I mean, not all the time. Syempre, there could be situations na kailangan yon kontrolin, pigilan, ganyan. Pero wag palagi pala. Kasi while iniisip mo na it's okay na ikulong mo na lang at wag nang i-express, kesa makasakit ka ng damdamin ng iba, 'di ba? Na mawawala lang yan ng kusa, na parang bula. Pero kasi, somehow, it will find its way out. Tapos kahit ikaw, magugulat ka sa sarili mo, hala, bakit ako ganun? Parang too much naman for that one thing. Kasi naiipon pala. Kaya at one point, parang nag-burst ka na lang bigla. It is because, well, at least for me ha, dapat ina-address natin yan. You have to find a way to be able to express it. Kasi natural naman mararamdaman tayo, may reaction tayo. And hindi okay na palagi natin ibabox yung negative feelings kasi lalong lalalim or bibigat lang. And nasa atin naman kung paano natin i-manage or i-handle. Basta be patient with yourself. Eventually, matututunan din natin yan. Sana. Fingers crossed. You are entitled to your own emotion. You feel it for a reason. Kaya there's no point on avoiding it. And maybe because I realized na dahil doon, I've learned to rely, to depend on myself. Can't say the word independent yet kasi hindi pa talaga. Hindi pa ganon ka-able to stand on her own si Ate Abby. But yeah, now, I am genuinely grateful that this is the way that I am. Because I've learned to embrace my vulnerability. It made me understand my very own self. And also, you have to find it in your heart kung ano ba talaga yung importante for you. And ano ba yung mga pinapahalagahan mo as a person. Kasi sa buhay, minsan ang tindi din eh. Yun bang mga hindi katani pero kinanglan? Hindi mo gusto pero wala eh. Like sa trabaho, minsan sa bilis ng mga pangyayari, parang hala nagawa or nasabi ko pala yun. Parang hindi okay yun ah. Kasi sometimes, you have to do this in order to have that. Ganon. Part ng trabaho, wala kang choice. The situation made you do it. Or the people around you. Kasi nakikita mo sa iba na okay lang, kaya naging okay na lang din sa'yo. But if something is deeply rooted within you, you won't lost it. Maybe for a time parang nabibitaw-bitawan, but it will find its way talaga to present itself again to you. And that's only if you do take time to check on yourself also. Do not lose yourself, and if ever you do, find your way back. Don't be afraid to be true. Know your truth. Live your truth. But what if it's not commonly accepted? People find it weird. But hey, there's people like me who looks at it as uniqueness. Sino pa bang magsusuportahan dito kundi tayo-tayo lang din? Kaya please know that you're not alone. Others might speak ill of me. That's not nice. I don't want that. You know, I'll tell you this ha. Sorry, hindi ko na rin maalala where I got this from. If I heard someone say it or naisip ko lang ba to, kaka-validate ko sa sarili ko. Kasi syempre, as humans, we have a natural tendency to please other people. Given na meron din kasing social standard. Not naman that you see it as irrelevant. No, it won't be referred as standard if it's pointless. Kasi it is actually good. It's a must to be aware of those things. But you don't have to be pressured, okay? So maybe have your own. Just as you set your own goals based on your capabilities, your interests, your aspirations, work around it. You know yourself more than anyone else does. So you better build your personal standard. What I'm saying is that at this point of my life, what I try to repeatedly tell myself is that, you know, Abigail Faye, those who judge will judge, but those who understand will understand. So go on. We can please everybody, no matter what you do or not do. Or don't do, sabay tamaan na. Basta kahit anong gawin natin or hindi natin gawin, may masasabi at masasabi ang ibang tao. And that's completely out of our control. What you have control over is yourself and your life and never what other people think of you. Though it's good to be aware, but focus on your own. Sana umabot sa point na you're okay to just exist. That your life is becoming lifeless. Na wala nang kabuhay-buhay. Yun bang parang wala nang buhay ang buhay mo? Sinasabi mo na lang na bahala na kung ano na lang dyan. I don't like this and that about me. I can never like how I look. Just everything about me. No, please, don't think that way. You're worthy. You're enough. Maybe you just need some more time, but you have to believe that there is something likable about you. Appreciate yourself. See the beauty within you. I hope we all become strong enough to hold on to ourselves. Yes, staying true comes with challenges also. Pero sana as much as we could, let's hold on to ourselves. That we would always choose to be the genuine person that we're happy to be. May we also forgive ourselves for the times that we somewhat like misbehaved or whenever we find ourselves unlikely of how we wanted to be. For the times that we missed or forgot to be authentic. Life is tough and sometimes we have to decide, speak or act quickly. Basta sana we can still find a chance to align our values to whatever we do now and wherever we are in life. Finding the true you is a journey and not an instant discovery. Take a moment to be completely honest with yourself. Sometimes we hate ourselves that we wish to be anybody else. We think much of our imperfections and never notice anything good about us. Meron yan. Try mo kasing hanapin. Maybe you just haven't found it yet. Always remember that we are all work in progress and the greatest project that you will ever work on is yourself. So, embrace your character, own your personality, stick to your values. Stay true to yourself. Do not give up on you. Because in this world, there is one and only you. Thanks for joining me in this episode of A Beautiful Soul. This is your Ate Abby. Talk to you again soon. Bye!